All right, let's dive into the incredibly structured world of The Giver. We're jumping into chapter 2, and this is where we really start to see just how planned out everything is. I mean, every single step of a person's life. It's all predictable, all governed by ceremony.
So let's start with a big one. Seriously, what if your entire future was chosen for you? I mean, imagine you don't get to pick your career, your life's purpose, nothing. Instead, there's this committee of elders, right? And they've been watching you your whole life, and they make the call. How would that even feel?
Well, for our main character, a kid named Jonas, this isn't just some what if question. This is his reality. He's 11 years old, and that day, the biggest, most important ceremony of his entire life is right around the corner. That's the day his future gets announced to everyone. And yeah, you can bet he's feeling pretty anxious about it. Okay, so let's get into this looming ceremony. Welcome to December. In Jonas's community, December isn't about holidays or anything like that. Nope. It's the month for huge, life-altering changes. It's when everybody's age officially goes up by one. And with that comes all new responsibilities and new privileges. And the magic number here is 12. The ceremony of 12 is the big one. It's not just another birthday party, not even close. This is it. It's the final, most important ceremony of them all. It marks the absolute end of childhood and the first step into your adult life. It's really the moment you stop being just a kid and start becoming your function in the community. So how does this whole system even work? Well, it's a world of rules and rituals, a very clear path for your life. From the second you're born, your journey is just a series of these predictable, super structured steps. These annual ceremonies just keep layering on new rules and new expectations.
So check this out. Childhood is mapped out with military precision. At age 1, you get your name and you're assigned to a family. Then a huge milestone is age 9. That's when you get your own bicycle, which is a big symbol of independence. But it's all leading up to age 12. That's when you get your life's purpose, the assignment. This whole rigid progression really just screams how much this society values order over, any kind of personal choice.
But here's where it gets interesting. Even in this super rule-bound society, there's a little bit of a wrinkle. See, some rules are not taken seriously, while others are totally absolute. For instance, the rule says you can't ride a bike until you're 9, but it's like an open secret that everybody's older brother or sister teaches them early, and nobody really seems to care. And this little bit of rule bending brings us to Jonas's father. Now, he's a nurturer. He's this gentle, by-the-book kind of guy. But even he confesses to breaking a rule. He says, I feel a little guilty about this, but I did go in this afternoon and looked. And what he looked at was the secret naming list for the new children, something he was absolutely not supposed to do. For Jonas, seeing his dad pull off this tiny act of rebellion is a huge deal. It kind of hints that maybe even the most perfect citizens bend the rules sometimes. And the stakes for what his dad does, they are incredibly high. The whole reason he broke that rule was because of a struggling new child. See, if this baby doesn't do well, he faces being released. It's this really vague, kind of creepy term the community uses when someone is removed. We don't know exactly what it means yet, but man, it does not sound good. So it turns out his father's little act of rule breaking was really an act of compassion. He peeked at the list to learn the struggling baby's name. His name is to be Gabriel, Gabe. And he's been secretly whispering it to him, trying to build a bond, trying to help this little guy grow stronger so he won't get released. Okay, so all of this brings us back to the main event, the assignment, your life's purpose. Let's really dig into how your entire future gets decided here, because it's not random at all. It's a process of some serious, intense scrutiny. So you've got the committee of elders, and they literally watch the children for years. They're observing you at school, when you're playing, during your volunteer hours, everything. They're taking notes on your aptitudes, what you seem to like, what you're good at. And then, completely in secret, they make the single biggest decision of your entire life. And the system is meant to be logical, right? I mean, look at Jonas's dad. He spent all his free time helping out with the new children. So boom, he was assigned to be a nurturer. His friend Andrei, the kid loved building things, so he became an engineer. The whole goal is just to match your natural talents with a job, to make sure everything runs smoothly and everyone is efficient. And hey, when the system works, it seems to bring this real sense of contentment. Jonas's father says he wasn't even surprised by his assignment. He was happy. He said they were happy for me, that my assignment was what I wanted most. I felt very fortunate. So he felt like the elders really saw him. But getting your assignment, it's so much more than just getting a job. It literally changes every single thing about your life. This is the end of childhood. See, after you turn 12, your age just isn't important anymore. It stops mattering. You don't count the years. Your whole identity shifts. You're no longer part of an age group. You're part of your professional training group. Your entire focus becomes your new purpose. And that shift is, well, it's traumatic. Before you're 12, you're defined by your age group. You're one of the 11s. But after, you're part of your assignment group. Your free time, your recreation hours, they turn into training hours. And your whole social circle gets a complete makeover. Jonas's mom even gives him this kind of bittersweet warning. She tells him that his friends, they won't be as close anymore. Sure, he'll make new, maybe even deeper connections with people in his training group, but the friends he grew up with, his buddy Asher, their paths are just going to split as they all go off to their separate trainings. And that brings everything right back around to Jonas and his uncertain future. Because unlike his dad, who seemed to know exactly what he was meant to do, Jonas, well, he feels completely and totally in the dark. And this, right here, is the real tension of this chapter. In a world that is built on predictability, on order, on knowing exactly what comes next, Jonas is facing the one thing that's not supposed to exist here: uncertainty. He has no clue what the elders have picked for him. What have they seen in him? He has absolutely no idea and zero say in the matter. So let's leave it on this question. Put yourself in his shoes. Your future is about to be announced to the entire world. You're sitting there, waiting. How would you feel? Would it be excitement, or would it be just absolute terror?